So this is your Trimester 1, your foundations. So this is going to set you up with everything you need to know in your Pilates workouts all the way through this first trimester. I've got Romy modelling with me today, and so you can follow Romy or I in all the variations that I'm going to give you. So you're going to start in lying. When you make your way into lying, always start lying on your side and then roll onto your back. You're going to need your soft Pilates ball between your knees. And then you're going to take one hand underneath your lower back, the other hand onto your tummy. What I'd like you to do is just go through some pelvic tilts. You're going to tuck your tailbone underneath you, squashing your back into your bottom hand, and then roll your pelvis forwards, arching your back up away from your hand. Roll between those two movements. Notice what's going on through the rest of your body. Is your head jotting up and down, or your shoulders moving? Try and just keep that between your two hands. And then you're going to come and rest halfway between those two extremes. So not all the way arched, not all the way squished, somewhere in the middle. We're going to come back to that position, whether we're in lying, hands and knees, or 4-point. Now the rest of your body, you're going to bring your hands down by your side and you're going to tuck your chin ever so slightly. You're still looking up at the sky, but you're going to hold it here. Now that's your setup. Now we're going to start to work. You're going to squeeze the ball between your knees, and as you do that, that's going to act like a zipper, pulling your thighs together. Imagine you've got on this long trench coat and you're zipping up your thighs, starting at your knees. You're going to pull your inside thigh together, and now you're going to go through pelvic floor. The pelvic floor is going to close as though there's a zipper running from your tailbone underneath you up to your pubic bone, then all the way up your belly. You're going to feel your lower belly draw in towards your spine. Unzip, let that go. Unzip, starting at the belly button, run through pelvic floor, ball squeeze, release. You're going to go again. So we have 6 lots of 10-second holds, building up that endurance, isolating and finding the deep core muscles. They're going to be the foundations for everything else we layer up over the top. Unzip, release, let the ball go. Now keep going for me. I'm going to give you a few different cues. If that one's not working for you, if you can't quite feel the deep tummy muscles coming on and the pelvic floor coming on, we're going to try and work this a slightly different way. Release that one down. We've got 3 more to try. So for this next one, I want you to think about squeezing the ball side to side. With that same action, your pelvic floor is going to shut, like elevator doors closing. And then you're going to think about pulling that elevator in through the outlet as you squeeze the ball further. You're going to hold that one and notice how that feels. Hold for 10 seconds. Release it down. Open the doors. Release the ball squeeze. If you're still not sure, feel with your hands onto your lower belly. Squeeze the ball side to side. Shut the doors on your pelvic floor so you're literally pinching one of those outlets closed. Then think about lifting that elevator inside through the body. Hold it here and breathe. It's not your fullest breath, just normal size breaths. Hold and breathe. Release, let it go. Release the ball squeeze. So what you should feel is a muscle in your lower belly just pushing up to meet your hands. We're going to do that again. You're going to go ball squeeze, slide, east to west, pelvic floor, elevator doors closed, lift up and in that elevator, and you're going to hold it here. Hold and breathe, and breathe. 3, 2, 1, release. That's your bread and butter. You're going to come back to that each exercise we do. So here we go, going again, ball squeeze, pelvic floor. On your next out breath, your arms are going to come over your head. In breath, arms are going to come down. Relax pelvic floor, reset, ball squeeze. Pelvic floor on, out breath, arms over your head. In breath, arms down, doors open, release the ball. Keep that going. So the action is the arms up and overhead, but there's a whole lot more going on than just that, right? I want you to imagine you're lying on a pressure mattress. And you don't want the pressure to change between you and the mat this whole while. You've got 2 more here. Don't let your back lift up. Don't let your ribs stick up in the air. Keep your pelvis in neutral. Last one. Arms all the way back down by your side. Now turn your palms, press them straight down into the mat. Drop your shoulders onto the floor. I want you to just push down into the mat a little bit to get a bit more fire in your belly. Squeeze the ball, whatever you need to do with your pelvic floor, whether it's elevator, whether it's thinking about a handkerchief moving up and in through your body. Give me a pelvic floor contraction. Out breath, kick one leg forwards, point your toe. In breath, come back down, release. Alternate sides. Out breath, kick. in-breath down. Keep that little bit of pressure down through your hands to get some more fire in your belly and to keep your ribs flush with your belly. You're going to alternate sides. Breathe out, kick. Breathe in, lower. Again, come back to that feeling, that contact between you and the mat. Trying not to rock from side to side. Keep your pelvis dead level. All that's moving is your knee. Breathing out to kick. Breathe in and fold. Last one each side. And come down. From here, your hands are going to come behind your head now, Romy. So drop your elbows out wide. Perfect. So if we've just set up the foundations, we're now going to layer up the muscles over the top. So you're going to squeeze the ball. You're going to give me that elevator cue or that zipper cue, whatever worked best for you. Hold it and then float your head and shoulders just up off the floor. So it's a small little movement. You're staying in neutral. I've not pressed my back into the floor. We've got 10-second holds here. We're not going up and down. We're just putting on the six-pack and we're holding it on. You've got your core muscles underneath, your corset on, release, come down, and that's going to protect your tummy. Breathing in, ball squeeze, breathing out, curling all the way up. So we're strengthening that muscle that runs around the front of your tummy. As baby grows, we want to have enough strength in the front of their tummy all the way through the pregnancy. 2, 1, come back down. And again, ball squeeze. That zipper, that pelvic floor cue, whatever you need to do to curl and to lift up. You're going to hold it here. So I want you to notice that your lower back's not pressing down into the mat. Try not to strain your neck. Keep your elbows wide and almost push the back of your head into your hands. And then come down. And we've got 3 more. Ball squeeze, close, lift up. How are we doing, Romy? Good. Nice, perfect. So your chin stays away from your chest, your ribs soften, but your pelvis stays in neutral. Release, come all the way back down. And again, ball squeeze. Let's try that elevator cue. See if you can keep your pelvic floor on all the way through. I challenge you to keep it on. Hold it here and just gentle little breaths. No point filling your belly up with air when you're trying to strengthen your abs. Is the pelvic floor still on? And release, come back down. And your last one, you should be feeling your inside thigh by now, and hopefully all of those layers of the tummy, you're starting to differentiate. Here we go, curling up for the last one. Ribs slide flush with your belly, and you're going to hold it here. Hold and breathe, press your head into your hands, look straight up. 2, 1, release, come all the way down. All right, so next set, you're going to roll over onto your side. So you want to have your bottom arm underneath your head, and that's going to support your head. You want to have a straight line through the back of your head, your bum and your feet. Sometimes it's worth lying against a wall just to check that you've got that. Then I want you to take your top hand and slide it underneath your waist, just to make sure that you stay off the ground. You're going to keep your tummy corset on so that your waist doesn't sag down into the mat. Hold that there and give me a ball squeeze. So you're going to squeeze the ball here, and I want you just to have a little feel through your tummy now. Can you feel the lower belly coming on automatically? Hold it here as we squeeze the ball and relax, let it go. Now on top of that, add a pelvic floor contraction. So you're going to squeeze the ball, you're going to feel the lower tummy come on. Now what about shutting the doors on your pelvic floor? Pinch one of those passageways closed and then pull the elevator inside your body. Hold and breathe, and release, let it go. One more for our setup to get those foundations on. Ball squeeze, elevator doors close, lift up and inside, and hold it. Small little breaths, east to west. 3, 2, 1. Release. That ball's going to come out. You're going to take it out in front of you and you're going to place your hand on top of it. Have a little practice pushing your hand into that ball. Can you feel that little fire in your belly? Have you got it, Romy? Can you feel the tummy come in when you press on the ball? Okay, so now from here, the top leg's going to lift off and it's going to squeeze in towards you. You're going to bring that up and in towards your elbow, and then you're going to take that leg back behind you, opening up from the hip. Your goal is to stay as still as you can here as you swing the leg forwards and as you take it back. You can check yourself, have a little look, make sure your back's not moving. Here's the axis, right? All from the hip crease. The other thing you can check is the pressure between you and the mat. shouldn't change as you roll through from the leg. And so you have got that corset on, right? You're holding that corset and you're moving your arms and legs separate to that. You've got 10 last seconds. Breathe out and kick, breathe in and fold. Breathe out and kick. In and fold. Let's squeeze one more into that. Press into your ball. And then come back through. Now that leg is going to come down onto the floor. Just press your foot onto the floor and keep your knee open. So you're in this little clam. The bottom leg is going to go down straight. Now you're going to squeeze and lift that bottom leg up off the floor. Try not to collapse your waist into the mat as you do that. And then release the leg back down. So you're breathing out, pushing into the ball. As you do that, your shoulders should squeeze down your back. Breathe in, release. Breathe out, press your hand down, lift up the bottom leg. Breathe in, release. Maybe we've got a little automatic pelvic floor going on now. But the big thing I want you to watch for here is your waist. Can you still get your hand underneath your waist? Or every time you lift your leg, is your waist collapsing down? Try and keep it up. Something we're going to work on all the way through the videos, especially as baby bump grows, to keep your waist there. You have got one more here. Release, relax it down. Okay, ball goes back in between your knees, and this time you're going to pop up onto your forearm. So your elbow should be directly underneath your shoulder. Perfect. And your palm turned down. And then I want you to practice just sinking down first of all, and then grow strong out of there. Lift your waist all the way up, turn your chin and look down at your hand. You're going to hold it here. From there, you're going to squeeze your knees together, and you're just going to go through a little 10-second hold setup again. So you're going to hold it here, tummy lifts on, pelvic floor, top arm up, hold and breathe. Hold and breathe. And release. So that strength, that power through the belly, you're going to keep that there all the way through. Take the ball away. Now the leg's going to come up and it's going to side kick again with a bent knee. That kind of corset pressure, that stability you've just set up, I want you to keep it on all the way through. In this position, you can't give up and relax, okay? You've got to stay active all the way. It's just short, it's just 2 minutes. I'm going to give you the next level up. Stay with this one for me, Romy. I'm going to take you into a straight leg kick. So as that lever gets longer, you might want to get a bit more wobbly. If you take your hands up to the sky, you can start to see how much you're moving. You want to be as still as you can. No waving at me. Keep your body as still as you can. Then the leg is going to finish in line with the hip. So bring it back, leg in line with your hip. Everyone straighten that top leg now, and see if you can straighten the bottom leg to join it. From here, keep your waist lifted, squeeze your inside thigh, bring your leg up to touch, and then back down. So that's it. So your leg down straight, Romy, you're going to lift up your top leg, and then your bottom leg is going to come up to join. Bottom leg down. It's a small, tiny little movement. I can really feel my top waist working. Bottom waist should be working too. If that feels too much, just bend your top leg into the lower leg position, and then you're going to lift and lower. So you've done this one already on your side. I'm just going to give you a bit more of a challenge. Lift, lower, press your hand into the ground, lift, lower. 5 more seconds. So you squeeze 3 in, 2, and 1. Release, all the way down. From here, we're going to roll onto your back. So in these shorter videos, these 30-minute workouts, I'm going to keep you moving all the way through. So in long sitting, you're going to bring your hands down by your side. And I don't mind, Romy, if you want to point your fingers towards you, side, behind, whatever feels good for you. So if you pop the ball in between your ankles to give you that fire back in through your belly, you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades down behind you and really lift your breastbone up. Perfect. Ball squeeze, breathe out. You're going to lift your hips up off the ground into a straight line. It's like a reverse plank, right? Breathe in, fold back down to the ground. Ball squeeze, point your toes, lift up. Breathe in, come down. Keep that going. So we spend a lot of time working on the front of our body. We spend a lot of time bent over desks, leaning forwards. So this is to strengthen the back line, the opposite direction. This is such a good one through this trimester to keep your best posture. If you keep your chest open and your upper back over the top of your pelvis, your tummy and your pelvic floor are going to stay more active all the way through. All right, can you give me a few holds? So we're going to come down, Next one, ball squeeze, toes point, lift up and hold. Hold and breathe. Lift through your breastbone, pinch the shoulder blades back behind you. 3, 2, 1, release, come all the way back down, long sit, just roll through your wrists. And then we go again. Hands down, pointing hands in any direction you prefer. Ball squeeze, toes point and lift. Hold and breathe. Hold and breathe. Good work. Push the hips a tiny bit more, that's it, you've got it. Fold all the way back down. Roll through the wrists. And you've got one more time. Fingers towards your bum. Dig your heels in, point your toes, lift up, hold and breathe. Find that straight line from your ear, through your shoulder, through your hip to your heel. Squeeze your butt, dig your heels in, squeeze the ball. And release, come all the way down. Then we go into the opposite direction. So you're going to take the ball away and you're going to plant your feet down onto the mat. The ball's going to go behind your lower back. So instead of extending, we're going to work now on the front of the body. So the six-pack muscles, the ones which are going to wrap around baby as baby grows. Hands out in front of you, roll your shoulders back and down. Now from here, you're going to tuck your tailbone underneath you and you're going to push your lower back into that ball. We're really looking for that nice C curve. Roll forwards, all the way back up, perfect. You're going to tuck under, just keep breathing to begin with. I'll give you some guides on your breathing technique when we add on. And then you're going to come all the way back up. Keep that rolling. If you want to make it a little bit harder, take the ball out and pop it between your knees. So in Romi's position, you are using the ball for a little bit of support. It's a guide to bend through the middle. In my position, we have none of that support. You have to do it all with the front of your body. Then we're all going to stay down in that position. I want you to hold it here. Make sure you're looking forward and you're not hanging your head down. On your next out breath, you're going to start to lead with your thumbs. Bring your arms up and over your head. Breathe in and come back down. I'm sure you'll notice how much harder that gets on the abs as your arms come up, right? So you just decide how high you want to take your arms. Use your out breath to lift, in breath to lower. One more. Roll back up. We're going to do a second set of 6, and I really want you to focus on the pelvic floor in this one. Keep an eye on your belly. Tuck your tailbone underneath you, ball squeeze, elevator doors closed, lift the pelvic floor elevator, lift your arms. Check your tummy pulls in and not puffs out. Arms down, release, open the doors. Breathe out, ball squeeze, elevator doors closed, arms come up. Breathe in, release. And again. In, release. Last 3, using that out breath to help you lift your pelvic floor. As you breathe out, your diaphragm goes up. The pelvic floor should follow. So you get that automatic lift. Last one. Roll all the way up to sit. All right, now your third and final set from here. So you're going to bring your arms up, you're going to tuck your tailbone underneath you. If you've got the ball behind your back like Romi, push into the ball. Like me, squeeze it as firmly as you can. Make a fist with your right hand and push it into your left palm. Breathe out and twist to the left. They're fighting each other. I'm trying to push down, but my left hand's pushing back. Bring it all the way back into the middle. Go again. Breathe out, twist. Breathe in, come back into the middle. As you twist, it's like you're wringing out your abs. You're wrapping your abs around the front of your belly and come back in. 2 more this side. Breathe in. You've got to blow all the air out to keep the tummy shrinking down. And then you're going to roll back up to sit. And then you take it around the other way. So fist on the left, palm on the right. Push them together. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Twist round to the right hand side. That's it. Try and keep your bum square. So you don't want your knees to move. Keeping the knees level here. Breathe out and twist. Breathe in, center. 2 more. Breathe out, twist. Breathe in, center. You should be feeling the front of your body working here. And all the way back up. Good work. Okay, now from here we're going to take it down into the opposite side line. So changing ends, so you can still keep an eye on us. Bring your bottom arm underneath you and bring the ball in between your legs. You're going to hold it here. Check that your hands, your head, your butt and your feet are all in one straight line. Top hands underneath your waist. Go for me straight away. Give me that ball squeeze. Hopefully by now, the co-contraction of your pelvic floor is becoming a bit more automatic. If you haven't got a clue what I just said, I want you to consciously bring on your pelvic floor. Release. As you practice the ball squeeze, just holding yourself in this neutral posture will be enough to make your pelvic floor and your deep core work. I promise it will start to come on. Release. If you can't yet feel it, I want you to just go for it. Emphasize it. As you squeeze the ball, think about your pelvic floor. It's like a handkerchief. Gather it together, pull that handkerchief up and in through one of the outlets and hold it here as you squeeze the ball. 3, breathe, 2, 1, release, let it go. Ball comes away and it comes underneath your hand out front. So as you push your hand down into the ball, you want to feel a little bit more fire in your belly. And then your top knee is going to lift up and it's going to come forwards towards your elbow. And then it's going to come back behind you. So this one was all about stability. Are you wobbling on the mat? Can you try and hold your form? The imprint your body makes on the mat, you're going to keep it the same all the way through. Glance down at your knee. Make sure it is staying up high. It's a real tendency sometimes for it to nosedive towards the ground, and then you stop working your glute. And the glutes are so important for stability. So when you're stood at one leg, when you're walking, something you didn't need to think about before you became pregnant, but the stability becomes a real issue as our baby grows. So this is your foundations, remember. This is setting everything up for what you need. That leg's going to come up in front of you, your foot is going to come onto the floor and you're going to hold it here. Straighten your bottom leg down. With every out breath, your leg is going to lift up, in breath lower. Out breath lift, in breath lower. If that top leg's tired, just rest your knee on the floor, it's totally fine. Otherwise, join me into that little open clam. Keep pushing into your mat and into your ball, and as you do that, your waist should just lift up off your mat a little way. Breathe out to lift, in to lower, out to lift, in to lower. 3 more, I reckon we can get them in. Keep that top knee open. Last one. And release. Now prop up onto your forearm. The ball is going to go between the knees and you're going to bring those legs back behind you a little way. So you're going to set yourself up here. So now you want a straight line from your elbow through your hip to your knees, feet dangling off the back of the mat. Sink down to begin with, and then notice how strong you need to be through your shoulder, through your waist, through your neck to keep yourself lifted. 1 10-second hold to prep this. Ball squeeze, start to breathe. Keeping those ribs in, tucking your chin, looking down. 3, 2, 1, release. Ball comes away. Top leg is going to float up. It's going to kick forwards towards your face and then back behind you. So you're opening up through the hip as it goes back, but not the back. Don't flare, don't banana come forwards. Keep that still. Just fold from the hip, kick it back. If you want to make that a little bit harder, follow me. You're going to go with a straight leg, and then you flex your heel, come back. But you can only go there if you stay dead still on your mat. Let's breathe in, come forwards. Breathe out, pull back. And you have 1 more. Release. Okay, now everyone take that bottom leg down straight. If you need to, bend that knee again. If it's too much, come back down, lie on the side. You're going to lift your leg up just a couple of inches. You're long through your upper body. See if you can clear that leg up off the ground. Just think about it. It's going to float up and then it's going to come down. Breathe out, lift it up. Breathe in, come down. So it might not clear the floor the first few goes. Whoop, hold your balance. But as you work on that, it will start to leave the ground, I promise you. You work the inside thigh. The inside thigh become really, really important now. It's going to help to close the front of the pelvis, keep the lower belly closed, and keep the pelvic floor closed. Nice work, Rami. Lift your chest, lift your waist. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Well done. Okay, now from here, you're going to roll straight back over onto your back. So if you've never done Pilates before, this is a really good foundation. If you have, I want you to just be open to how do you perform a tabletop? Are you doing it in the best way possible? I want your hands on your belly here. Your right leg is going to slide in towards you and it's going to float up. This is a one leg tabletop, hip and knee bent to 90. Then from here, I just want you to ever so slightly roll your back into the mat. You're just going to fill that gap up behind you, back pressing down into the ground. Now a pelvic floor contraction. From there, you're going to lift your left heel, slide your toes in towards you and float the left leg up. The right leg's going to come down, the left leg's going to come down. Release the pelvis. Go again, left leg first this time. Tuck your tailbone underneath you, back presses down into the mat. Lift your right heel, slide in, float up. And again, reverse, release, come back down. So as you alternate from side to side, you've got your hands on your tummy for a reason. I don't want your tummy to jolt out. I want your tummy to fall in away from your hands as you put on that corset and as you layer up that load. Keep alternating leg lifts. If this is too much and your tummy does jolt out, a really good trick is to start by having your feet rested on the edge of your couch. So you've just got a small waist. So imagine I have the couch underneath my feet. You're just going to lift one leg up, then the other leg, and then back down, so that you can just slowly build up the range. All right, Romy, next time we get there, we're going to see if we can hold it. The ball is going to go between the knees. So once you're up in tabletop, you're going to squeeze the ball, you're going to bring your arms down by your side. On your out breath, your arms are going to go up just to shoulder height and then breathe in, bring them back down. Squeeze the ball, breathe out. Breathe in, come down. I want you to imagine in your hands you have your pelvic floor. It is lifting to here as you squeeze the ball and as your arms raise. Feel that through the lower belly. And if it does feel like your tummy is lifting up, if your back is moving away from the mat, I want you to rest your feet on the edge of your couch again. You can stay there for as long as you need. And notice as you work through this trimester, whether you can still keep that strength through the front of your belly. Your baby through this trimester is very much contained within the pelvis. So before they move up into your belly, it's our opportunity to build the strength here. You have one more. And then we're going to hold it with our arms up. Squeezing the ball, breathing out, dropping your back down further into the mat and kicking your right leg to the sky, point your toes. Breathe in and bend. So I'm getting you to work the front of the abs even more as you press your back down, one leg kick. Breathe out, one leg kick to the sky. Breathe in, come back down. Squeeze the ball as you go. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. So each of these variations is a progression, right? So stick with the level that feels good for you. You could just stick with your arm raises. You can just stick with tabletop practice. Doing it right is what matters the most. You'll get more from doing the correct sequencing than pushing through. One more each way. And then bring your arms down by your side. See if you can still hold tabletop. You might need to reset each time, but see if you can test yourself like we are and hold your endurance. So now we're going to take it into hundreds. So holding it here with the ball between your knees, I want you to bring your back down onto the mat and you're going to start to pulse your arms. Small little beats at your side. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're just going to move your arms, but nothing else. Glance down, see if your legs are moving, and if they are, squeeze the ball a little bit more. Pop your belly in a corset. Lace up the laces at the front of that corset, pulling the sides of your tummy together to hold you still. Make sure your chin is tucked and you're looking straight up at the sky. You are halfway through. So it's called hundreds because there's 100 beats. And as you breathe in for 5 and out for 5, you can count in your 10s. Keeping your back down onto the floor, keep this working through the front of your belly. If you need to, you can always bring one foot down to the mat or both. And you have got 10 to go. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Your feet come down onto the floor, you take the ball away. From here, I want you to roll over onto your side and then push up onto your hands and knees. The last position, 4-point. So from here, I want you to squeeze your chin into your chest, lift your belly all the way up, hang your head down, round your spine. So we've been working a lot on keeping your spine in neutral, on setting those foundations, and putting you in a corset. It's also important we allow you to move. Now release your tail, arch your back, let your belly come down, stretch your throat. See how much movement you can put through your spine through this first trimester. And we're going to see if we can carry that all the way through. Go again, chin to your chest, roll all the way, push your hands and your feet into the ground. Belly lifts towards your spine, hold it here, breathe in. Breathing out, roll, tailbone out, look forwards, arch your back. And then scoop all the way back up again. Chin to your chest, breastbone lifts, tailbone tuck under. Around your spine as much as you can. Now from here, I want you to sink your bum back onto your heels. Bring your forehead down in between your knees and hold it in child's pose. You're rounding through your back. I want you to just imagine you can feel my hands on your rib cage. As you breathe into my hands, push me away. Breathe out, allow me to push the air out by squeezing your ribs with my hands. One more, breathe into my hands, expand into my hands. Breathe out, let me push all your air out. Breathe in. Next out breath, your belly is going to lift off your thighs. You're going to squeeze your chin to your chest. You're going to unravel, keeping your bum glued to your heels, uncurling, restacking all the way up. Lower back restacks, shoulders roll back, head and neck roll out. Awesome work. Well done, that's your trimester 1 foundations.